I'm ready. And we are live right now. Hey guys, how are you doing? Vitaly Dubin is here, founder and creator of Bitcoin's Walls Club system, and I am super excited right now because I'm about to share with you the new service that we are launching right now inside Bitcoin's Walls Club, our done for you ICO free of charge that will allow you to get on the best deals. Even the $1 million investors are not getting on on the private sale, and it's right now about midnight here in Israel. I've been working really hard behind the scenes and almost ready to go to sleep, but I'm so excited that I just couldn't wait and do this live video and let you guys know on the latest news about what we are doing with ICO projects, because I've been listening to you guys. We've done a survey and you clearly said that you would like to have this service. You would like to have ICOs of the months, the best ICO deals that you'll be able to participate even if you are putting very little into it and get the best of the best deals. So I was thinking, what are the best ways to do that? And I'll give you a little bit of background about it and why I'm so excited about this. The kids are already sleeping, obviously. And my wife is sleeping as well, so it is super exciting times to be alive. I'm truly grateful for the whole cryptocurrency marketplace. Let me know if you are able to hear me, guys. All right, I'm going to refresh my screen. I'm on two screens, so looking here in the camera. I'm also watching the comments on the right side. So as you know, I'm the kind of person that it's you gotta better, you know, give it to the people even though it's not 100% perfect, but I'm not looking at for perfection. Perfection is the lower standards. I would rather give to you guys already what is working and then build on that to build something great. So with ICOs, guys, it seems the sound is coming across all right. So this is the year of the ICOs, 2017. We've seen an absolute explosion of ICOs on the market, and you see the whole coin market cap, right? Now I'll give you a background about ICOs, and I'm going to delve way deeper into how it all works inside our course, the Crypto Wealth Secrets, and inside our other trainings. But I just want to give you an overview of how it all works. You see, there's 1,610 cryptocurrencies right now on the market, and most of them, like 99% of those ICOs came from those cryptocurrencies came from ICOs, Initial Coin Offering. That's what it stands for. Well, it's basically a company that is launching its own cryptocurrencies, and it's typically there's different stages and sophistications of ICOs. Some ICOs start with just an idea and a white paper and they launch the token. Others have already a minimal viable product. They have a prototype that they already built, and there are some other projects in between. There are also ICOs that launch as exchanges, like Binance Exchange, for example, launched with 10 cents and now it is trading about $14 or so, I think, something like that. They put in Binance Coin, BNB, yeah, $13. So from 10 cents that it launched right here in mid 2017 to $13 right now, which is pretty incredible return. And why people participate in those ICOs? Because it allows them the chance to get on the cryptocurrency before it is actually exchanged publicly, right? On the public exchanges. There are some small exchanges, there are larger exchanges out there, and that's one of the reasons why people are getting attracted to that. You know, they're looking for the next Bitcoin, right? The Bitcoin rose from 8 cents to touching $19,000, which was the biggest ICO of them all, right? The way that it got started, and Bitcoin then attracted a whole bunch of those ICOs. Now, Ethereum was a big step. In 2014, it raised $19 million, and this was a perfect example of a really awesome ICO, because you could have bought Ethereum back then for really like pennies, right? For one Ethereum. on when it first got introduced into the marketplace, as they were working on building this blockchain. And now today Ethereum is $740. You know, if project like Ethereum gained about 137,000% ROI or so, something like that. While other projects like Ripple, for example, when Ripple done its ICO, the total gain reached over $100,000, 104,000%. I mean, over 100,000%. You see, I'm a little tired today for the late hour of the day, but 104,000% ROI. And EOS, like 4,600% ROI that reached Cardano, ADA Cardano reached about 7,248% gains. And I did the calculations. I saw what was the price of the ICOs, the lowest price and the highest price, and I did the calculations based on that. Dash really surprised us with like 713,000% ROI at one point. And if you take a look at the cryptocurrencies, there is not only like coins, there's also tokens here. And if you see the full list of tokens, there is the EOS token, which is number one, is worth 12 billion in market cap. It is built on the Ethereum platform. So Ethereum, as you can see, is the most used platform to build an ICO on, to build a token on, right? So you basically, essentially, you're buying a piece of the company. It's like buying a share in the company with the cryptocurrency, with what it is doing. So EOS is built on the Ethereum platform. Tron is built on the Ethereum platform. VeChain is an Ethereum platform. The vast majority of the tokens, and there's a whole bunch of them, as you can see, 738 tokens. And if I would combine that and click here on the platform, you would see how much of that is built on the Ethereum platform. The vast majority, all of these tokens are built on the Ethereum platform, which is the ERC20 tokens. So the way that the ICO usually works is they have several stages. They have the pre-sale stage, where basically yeah, you're able to see the screen, where the private investors come in, and sometimes it ends on the stage and that's it, like was with Telegram, which raised $1.7 billion, and there was no public ICO out there. If you're seeing any site that promotes a Telegram ICO, it's a scam. So you got to be very careful. There is some quite a few scam websites out there, and there's a private sale, pre-sale, right? When the private investors come in and get the best price, because they invest millions and millions of dollars, right? They buy a lot of those tokens at once, and that's why they get the best deal. Then there is the crowd sale, and the crowd sale usually lasts from, I don't know, a couple days to a couple weeks to a month. It really depends on the goals and the project of the ICO. And usually it has like those little check marks, like when the beginning people may get 20% bonus tokens, then the more money is being raised for the ICO, the less bonuses people are getting. So like 15% and 10% bonus, 5% bonus, and stuff like that, right? So I thought how I can bring value to our community inside Bitcoin's Wealth Club, and how I can allow you to participate in the best ICOs out there for the price that the pre-sale guys are getting, you know, for the price that people that invest millions and millions of dollars into an ICO would get. So that idea, you know, and give me a like if you like this idea, like, hey, I would like to participate in an ICO like this, according to market cap. I would like to get into EOS when it was first got started, you know, back in when it launched in the charts. What we are seeing here in the charts, in the beginning it was about $1, right? About $1 that people got. I would like to get into EOS when it was $1, because right now it's $14, right? It's 14x on the money, right? A lot of the ICOs, and if you go to like ICO stats, right, you can see the performance of the ICOs, and you can see the ERC20 tokens and how they are performing. And if you take a look at ICOs ROI since the ICO started, you will see like Augur 8,933%, right? Digix DAO is 6,168%. Golem is 5,900%. Some crazy numbers, especially if you hold on to the coin, onto the token for the longer term. Some of those projects became very successful. Populous, OX, Ethereal, Metal, Wings, EOS, obviously 1,400%. You know, so there's good projects out there. Not all ICOs succeed. Obviously, about 50% of the ICOs fail. So there's a high risk associated with ICOs, because many of them, frankly, are just an idea and a white paper, and they don't have something solid to build on. In order for ICO to succeed, there must be a really awesome team behind the ICO. There must be that's very, very important. Who is behind them? What's their advisors on the advisory board? What's the idea of the project? You know, is it a real problem that this ICO is solving, or just another project? If there is a real pain, if there is a real problem on a global scale, on a global level, not just something that is a decentralized token. Like, it has to be a real problem with a real solution with the ICOs. If there is a minimal viable product built, if there's already something physical built, if there is a prototype, if they're not just talking but they're also like doing, that's a very good sign. You know, what's the market size? What's their strategy? What's their token allocation? What's their use of funds? Like, all of this stuff that can be seen in the white paper. And when you invest into ICO, you want to read the white paper. You want to understand you know, who is behind this, and to eliminate as much as possible the risk and put it into the right ICOs. And if you diversify into ICOs, like putting 10% of your overall portfolio that you invest into crypto, that can be really good, because $100, like if you would put $100 into Ripple, that $100 can turn into $100,000, right? If you put $100 into Neo, that $100 could turn into $106,000, right? And Neo was a great project. Or Monero or Dash, you know, any of those projects are really took off. So that's exactly what I was able to do with the ERC20 tokens. There's a lot of those ICOs, as you can see in the market cap. They are ERC20 tokens. It's basically sitting on the Ethereum blockchain. It's very simple, and I'll show you exactly what it means. Those are the type of ICOs we're primarily going to be looking at. There's ICOs that have their own platforms, not sitting on Ethereum platforms. So there's those oddballs, you know, ICOs. The majority of the ICOs are falling into the Ethereum platform token. So we are launching, guys, our ICO of the month, which will be focusing on several ICOs, 1 to 3 ICOs, maybe 4, or maybe 2. We'll see. It depends on the months, where I'm going to be negotiating a special deal on our behalf, because we have a power as a group collectively inside Bitcoin's Walls Club, in our community. We are powerful as a community together. We can come into any CEO of the ICO and we can talk to them directly, and they can give us a very good deal because of the size of our community that we have been able to build. And that's a really great advantage for you guys. So we're going to focus on several projects that are in a pre-sale stage, so they are not yet in the crowd sale. in some of them they can be in the crowd sale, but you're going to get way better deal than in the crowd sale. And you can see there's a lot of them. Like if you go to ICO alert, for example, .com, ICO alert, yeah, you can see there is a whole bunch of them, right? Those ICOs, and there's active ICOs, upcoming ICOs, concluded ICOs. There's a whole bunch of them. How do you know what ICOs to invest into? You know, how do you know what ICOs are great? You can go to ICObench.com, for example. It will give you some ideas about with ratings from some of the ICO experts, and they'll give ratings like 4.7, 4.9, you know, good projects or bad projects. Like this one starts in 12 days and 2 hours, right? And it will give you what is the token, what is the price, what is the platform, Ethereum, etc., right? And with more information on that stuff. But how you can get in on the ICO at the best deal? Like you cannot get in right now. There is the ICO that is upcoming, and people can join the whitelist, right? But again, sometimes you can be excluded, first of all, of the countries. Like if you live in the United States, you may be excluded into participating into ICOs due to regulations, and how you can avoid that, and I also have a solution for that. And a lot of times you just cannot get on a very good price, like what people that are spending millions of dollars on an ICOs to get a really good price, cheaper than everybody else. So the first ICOs that you like this idea there, Ella? That's awesome. The first ICO that we are going to publish as part of our ICO of the months, and it's just the beginning, guys. I have several more projects that are on the line that I'll be bringing up to you guys, but this is the first one. If you go to Wealth Vehicles and ICOs of the months, you will see Max Data ICO. This is relevant for the month of May to June, and I like the idea of this ICO and what they've been able to create and the team behind this, because they are bringing the service economy in a new way. When businesses like big corporations, like big service providers, like companies like TVs and utilities, broadband, internet, insurance companies, travel, telecommunication, mobile phone, all kinds of financial services, other services and stuff like that, they're spending billions and billions of dollars on advertising, and their cost of advertising is high because they're using the different sources and big data providers, and we are paying the price. You know, the amount of money that we are paying for our bills and all of that stuff is already included in the price of those companies are paying to obtain the data that they need. And then you start receiving those phone calls, you know, hey, this is company XYZ, you know, are you interested in you know, in a better deal in mobile phone? You know, we're all tired of this stuff, of people are just bombarding our phone. I'm sure you're familiar with the feeling, like you would just want to hang up the phone and that's it. You are not interested in any of the deals, and a lot of times you don't even know what the heck you are paying for those services, right? So in this sense, there is a problem. So people hate phone calls, they hate ads. On the other way, everybody wants to save money and reduce the cost of living. So that's what this company Max Data, that's what they're doing, reducing the cost of living for every person on the planet. That's their ultimate goal. And I've been to their offices, and they're sitting here in Israel. Actually, there's a lot of cool ICO startups here in Israel, by the way. But it was great to visit them in person, and I spent a couple of hours with them to really get to know them better and their project better, and do my due diligence on the company. and what they represent. So what they want to do is basically save a lot of money to the users and allow people to earn money, like create an additional source of income in form of a token that will be worth in this economy, right? That's where one of the things that the value of those tokens will come, to allow those people to have those companies chase them, right? Instead of receiving phone calls, they'll be logging in and using Mug's data and only see something and get paid for it. They're going to get paid for seeing the better deal, but only receive a deal if and only if it's going to be better than what they're currently paying, and they can upgrade the contract with a click of a button without any phone calls, without any unnecessary steps and wasting time, and also get paid for it and save the money and stuff like that. So there's one big idea, and people will be able to organize by groups. Like, imagine getting 1,000 people that all want to reduce the cost of a gym membership. They'll be able to negotiate better deals and get a better deal, right? From the gym membership, if there are 1,000 people that at once want to sign up for a membership than if there's one person. So there's power in a community. So that's what they want to do exactly with their MEX data. They have built a minimal viable product, so they already have it working, like using an application in the chat function. They have a great team behind this. You can read the white paper. It's there, and this is the there's a lot of information on the white paper and how it works, the services and the platform, the solution, what's the competitive analysis, the business model, and how the tokens are being distributed, and that kind of stuff, how they use the proceeds of the funds. So definitely you can read that stuff. This is their website, Mug's data, and it is, as you can see, crowdsale will be announced soon, which will be July 1st. So it's like months and a half from now. There's going to be a public crowd sale that will start. Okay, so you can read this, you can watch the interview. It's really awesome, and you'll learn a lot about this. So I want to share with you how, on this example of this first one of our ICO of the months, of how this new service that we're launching is going to work. So basically the Mug's data launching on crowdsale with $0.1 plus 25% maximum bonus that people are going to get. So $0.1 plus 25% bonus. If people invest $1 million or more, they are going to get the ICO, the token MXD, for 50% bonus. So that's the most bonus people will get if they invest over $1 million at a crowd sale. So what we've been able to do is negotiate a better price for you guys, where you can get up to 70% bonus in tokens, which will reduce the cost of the token dramatically, like 5 cents or something like that, and get a better deal than if you were to invest $1 million, you know, in the ICO. They have a goal to raise 50 million overall. 30 million will be a private sale, and another 20 million will be a public sale, a crowd sale, right? And right after that, a short time after that, in about a month or so, they're going to be listed on one of the exchanges that you can trade the tokens, and it's all based on the Ethereum platform. So the crowd sale starts on July 1st and finishes July 30th. It's going to be a month. So we are right now in the middle of May, right? So this is a pre-sale. Right now it's not available. Like if you go to their website, it's not available to get the tokens. You can only get like free tokens. There is a cool competition with Max Factor that they have launched. they are rated very, very good. In ICO Plum is 4.6, ICO Best 4.6, ICO Bench 4.6. So they're rated very good in those ICO platforms. They're solving real solution. They have a real solution. They're bringing, and like a big director of a big bank is there, a director of big telecommunication companies on their advisory boards. So they have some great players under this project, and I go into all of this inside the video. So this is all the I've done an interview with Asi and Yaron. All of these guys are part of the ICO. Those are the advisors. The Rekman Bezik, which is a big telecommunication company in Israel. One of the business development vice presidents of Wix.com, which is a huge website. Dror Shaker is also in the advisory board, which is huge. Director in one of the biggest banks in Israel. Imri Tov is also in the advisory board. So they have some big names as part of this advisory board. So the hard cap is 50 million. The soft cap is 5 million. They already raised 5 million, and they will be matched 20 million as soon as they raised another 5 million in the private sale. So they only left like $5 million to raise to hit their goals and their numbers before they go onto the crowd sale. You can see the token allocation, like 38% is going to go to the research and development. The guy behind this is a vast experience in not just startups and all that kind of stuff. He's going to tell you better than me in the interview what it's all about. But it's really great project, and you can get great deals. I want to show you how we really optimize this. So essentially, we launched a smart contract using Prima block, and this smart contract allows you as a contributor. There is a contract sitting on the Ethereum network, and we set up a pool. So this is a pool that we come together. It's not my address. When you click here on the contribute ether, it's going to be on the actual contract. Let me refresh that real quick. Should be able to see here the transactions. She's already put in 0.15 Ethereum. If you change the wallet here to your wallet, you're going to see the contribution. So by using that, it allows the auto distribution, which was important to me, to not waste time on distributing the tokens. As soon as they arrive and distributed by the company, we're going to auto distribute it to your Ethereum wallet that you used to contribute to the ICO pool, and automatically distribute it into your wallet, which is pretty cool. It saves me time to deal with all of that stuff, and it all happens automatically. And that's the value of Prima block and how it works. So essentially, we set up 3 different pools right here. One with from 0.15 Ether, and allow it to, that's the minimum, like the minimum that you can set up a pool is 0.15 Ether. So what is 0.15 Ether? Is like, you know, it's not much. It's about $111. So the minimum is $111, and you can participate in the ICO as if and get a deal as if you invested $1 million, which is what I like about it. So $111, that's the minimum, something like that, 0.15 Ether, and you get the MXD token for about 7 cents. Then you have a 0.5 Ether to 1 Ether. You get 50% bonus at $6.6 per token, and starting with 1 Ether and up, you get 70% bonus on the private sale. And that's how the smart contract is working, right? We have 3 different pools, and it recognizes, you know, this is the minimum contribution 1 ether. So essentially what happens is, and I'll demonstrate to you, for example, this one. Okay, so let's say you come in here and you go to my Ether wallet, and if you have Bitcoin, you just transfer it to the exchange and change it to Ether. You just trade it for Ether. So I like to connect it here, my Ether wallet. You can either set up a new wallet right here. It's very simple to do. You just create a new wallet, you set up a password, like for example, I'll generate a secure password, click in here, create new password, okay, and I'll store it right here, and then you download the key store file, UTC JSON. So you download this, okay, that's the private key. That's one of the simplest way to do it, okay. You download it, you don't lose it, right? You click I understand, continue, you print the paper wallet. So you click here and you can print it out like this. And then you save your address, okay? And then you go here and use the key store JSON file, select the wallet, and then boom, you use a password. Just copy and paste, and you click on unlock, and now you have a wallet. You see, this is your address, this is account address of the wallet, your address, and this is sitting right here, and you access this through my Ether wallet. You literally create an Ethereum wallet just like that in seconds. And then you can use the exchange and transfer Ethereum to that wallet, and then you'll have Ethereum in your wallet. So that's how it works. I like to use a Trezor, and you can connect Trezor very simply, just like this. And after you enter into your Ether wallet, so you choose one of the wallets, and let's say this one, whatever, unlock your wallet, okay. And basically when you come here and you click on contribute Ether, so first of all what you'll do is you'll go here. If this is the wallet that you created, you just copy this and you change wallet, boom. So after you change wallet to your wallet, my wallet address, then you click on contribute Ether and you put your amount, let's say it's 1.15 Ether, you click on submit, and you simply click on my Ether wallet, just like this. You click on my Ether wallet, then you click on key store JSON file, for example, right, that we have just created right now, and our password, copy and paste, click on lock, and now it's automatically, it should populate you the transaction. You see, this is the contract address, the amount to send, the gas limit. So don't touch this, the data, don't touch any of this. You just click on generate transaction and send transaction. That's it. And click on yes, I'm sure, make transaction, and that's how you do it. And after that, it's going to appear right here under your contribution. You can always go to the contract page, and in my Ether scan right here, etherscan.io, you can put here the address of the contract is this one. Yeah, this is the pool. Okay, you put it right here, and then you'll see that this address is a contract. You see, it's not a regular address, it's a contract address. Okay, makes sense? In another pool that I've already done the first transaction right here in this one, so I click on copy and go here, and you'll see it's a contract address. and you'll be able to see that already in this pool there has been a 0.15 ether contribution to this pool. Okay, so that's how it works with Prime Block, and that's how we organize this. When we finish in end of June, in months and a half from now, when we finish this allocation, we'll basically transfer all the money to Max Data, right, to these guys, and they'll in turn give us tokens when they finish the crowd sale. And the moment they give us tokens to the contract address, the smart contract automatically auto distributes to your Ethereum wallet that you have used. This one, my wallet address, what you have used in order to participate in the pool. Does it make sense? Fauzi asks, does it go from any other wallet like Exodus? You can use Exodus, just don't use your exchange wallet, okay? Please don't use your exchange wallet. All right, like for example, if you go to Bittrex, if you have an account in Bittrex, okay, and we log in here real quick. Always have two-factor authentication. Plain. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so if you have Ethereum right here on the exchange, if you have Ethereum wallet on the exchange, don't use your Ethereum wallet on the exchange to participate in the ICO pool. Never ever do that. Why? Because when the tokens are going to be distributed, it's going to be associated with the Ethereum wallet from the pool, as Bittrex owns the tokens and not you. So you never ever want to do this. Instead, transfer the Ethereum that you have from the exchange, whatever the exchange you are using, transfer it to your own wallet where you control the private key, okay? Like Trezor or Ledger Wallet or MetaMask or Digital Bitbox or your key store JSON file, right? Or your other private key. Transfer it to your wallet that you control and then send Ethereum from the wallet that you control onto the contract address. Okay, so hopefully it makes sense. That's how you do it. Otherwise, you're not going to get the tokens. So never do that from the exchange. And I'll definitely write it down right here on our page. Okay. So this is the first draft of the page and our first ICOs that we are doing. ICO of the month. Now I realize there are a bunch of ICO services out there, and you know, there's a bunch of stuff. First of all, what I offer here with this service is free of charge, so you don't pay for it. Second, you get the best deal, which is in the private sale, which a lot of the times you cannot get, right? You cannot get a deal like that because you are not investing millions of dollars. And third, and that's also very, very important, is that a lot of the ICOs you cannot participate because you live in United States. And with United States is a very strict regulation out there that they don't allow, sometimes they allow people in the United States who are accredited investors to invest into ICOs, and other times, in majority of cases, they exclude the USA from participating in the ICO. But because you are owning the tokens and you are doing it through an ICO pool, because we are pooling our funds together in a smart contract using the Prime block, using the ICO pool, because we are doing this, you can avoid that and avoid the whole KYC, know your customer, you know, and stuff like that, and you'll be able to participate in the ICO. Are some people faking their address and pretending not to be US citizens and being European citizens in order to participate in the ICOs, yeah, sure, definitely it happens, and people do that. But you don't need to using our ICO pool, and you still get the best deals, and you just have the smart contract, and you know that you're going to get the tokens according to your contribution, according to the bonus allocation that we have. In this particular case, we have 40%, 50%, and 70% bonuses that are going to be distributed into these pools. So I make it super affordable, even if you have $100 and something dollars. You know, you can participate in the ICO of the months, and that makes it easier for the little guy, you know, to put something to diversify into an ICO and still participate and get a very, very good deal on the pre-sale of the ICO. So hopefully it makes sense, and let me know if you're excited, guys. Cause I'm definitely excited. I'm live, and I couldn't go to sleep before telling you about this, about the new service that we are offering. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with Bitcoin's Wealth Club on the services that I want to improve inside Bitcoin's Wealth Club, from our membership and trading and our signals and what we are doing and how we are the funnels and how we're bringing people in. So I'm aware of all of the issues. I'm aware of the stuff that we need to improve to make it even better. I'm building a homepage for Bitcoin's Wealth Club right now that will represent us very, very well. And you know, one step at a time. Definitely we didn't have an ICO of the month service inside Bitcoin's Wealth Club, and that's why I'm bringing this. I did a survey, and a lot of you guys said you would really love that opportunity to have this as a service inside Bitcoin's Wealth Club. So I'm all ears, and I'm listening. I'm paying attention, and I want to deliver you guys what you need. So that is what I want to cover in this little short video. You can check out the interview, you can check out all the information, do your due diligence and all of that stuff. Never invest all of your funds into one ICO for sure, and you gotta diversify into everything. So let's say whatever the amount of Bitcoin or Ethereum you have, a good portion is like 10% of that to invest into ICOs. At least 10% of that invest into ICOs, because you know a lot of those ICOs can bring 2, 3, 4 times the amount that you invest. And the thing is, like I said, you know, with a lot of these ICOs, you have to put in 20, 30, 40,000 before somebody will give you a better deal for the tokens that you invest, you know, or you gotta invest 100,000, 500,000. And I realized that a lot of you guys don't have the funds like this to invest into an ICO, because every ICO is a risky project. There is a risk associated with every single ICO. With risk also comes a reward, right? So I'm not saying that we are obviously, I gotta say it, we are not financial advisors or not recommending to invest into any particular ICO or token. It's just show you guys that you can, and if you want, that you are able to participate and get a better deal, and then you know the guys that invest $500,000 or $1 million. And part of the reason is because we have a big community. Another part of the reason is I have connections with some guys in the space that have their own connections, and I'm friends with these guys, and they're able to bring me those deals that I'm passing over to you guys. So basically the deals that I'm getting from these people and their connections with the you know, CEOs of the companies, you gotta eat with them, you gotta, you know, go and mingle with them, and really be close to those CEOs in order to get really good deals. So sometimes it's going to be me that is meeting the CEOs and personally and doing this special deal. Other times it's through friends, good friends of mine that really crushing it in this sphere of ICOs, and they have the connections, and they've talked to the CEOs, and they've done the great deal. They've done the work of putting together a great deal for them, and I'm passing over to you guys using our pool system with Prime Block and pulling our money into ICOs and allow you to pass on those better deals for you guys. Okay, so that's the general idea. Hopefully it makes sense for you guys, and it's 30 minutes past midnight here in Israel. And let me know if you have any questions, because I know for a lot of you guys it's new, it's over the head, you know, you're not used to it, you've never invested into ICO. I know for me it was a big step for sure to invest into ICOs. You know, so it's definitely a great timing. Like I know that with Token Pay, for example, I put in 1 Bitcoin into Token Pay, and 4 months later this 1 Bitcoin turned into 2.78 Bitcoin. Now I could have waited a little bit longer and not sell all of my Token Pay coins on the exchange, and I would earn even more than almost triple the money on the Bitcoin. Another one was Bezop that I invested into the Bezop tokens, and that turned out well as well. You know, it was like something about the proportion of tripling, about, yeah, something like that, 3.5x return, again over a series of period of months. So ICOs is typically a time frame that you look at this is about 3 months, something like that, 3-4 months. And what I recommend is you sell your tokens back to the exchange to get your initial seed money back, and then leave the rest of the tokens in your exchange, in your wallet, so that they have the potential to grow higher, and the rest is free money, right, in the ICO. So that's how it goes with this service, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm going to see you tomorrow on our next videos. And tomorrow I'm flying to US. I'm going to be attending a seminar this week, and I'm going to be attending another event tomorrow at the time that we usually do our weekly webinars. So I'll not be able to do that, but I promise you guys something really cool is happening. I'm going to launch something really cool that will allow you to reach the masses and advertise in a really cool way your Bitcoin related businesses or Bitcoin's Wealth Club, and reach a lot of people really cheaply, and allow you guys to earn Bitcoin in a way that everybody can really do and participate in it with a very low risk. So I'm really excited about that. Cannot really share more than this right now at this stage, because still there is some work behind the scenes that needs to be done. But I promise you guys it's going to be very, very exciting, and the projects that I'm bringing into the table are going to be something that you'll enjoy very much. And of course, all the work of building the funnels and all of that, you'll be able to benefit and enjoy this as part of Bitcoin's Wealth Club system. So stay tuned, and super excited to share with you guys about this new service with the ICOs.